Hola, buenos días. Hoy es día 29. 29 is 29. 20 is the 20 part and 9 is the 9 part. 29. Today I'm going to show you an app or a couple of apps for listening to the radio, to listen to Spanish radio. So there's not much vocabulario for that. So I'm going to talk about just revise yesterday. Do you know the word yesterday? Oh yeah. Ayer. So ayer is yesterday. I'm going to teach you the word for remember. Do you remember yesterday? So that's vocabulario uno. The first one here, recuerdas. That's when I'm talking two. So two is one person, it's informal. If I was talking to a group, it would be recordáis. That's informal. So I'm going to use this one, recuerdas, because I think we're on first name terms and it's just you. So recuerdas, that means you remember. If it was formal, so you're talking to someone you're not on first name terms with, and this is un concepto, don't worry about it. So this is formal, recuerda, or un grupo recuerdan. But I'm going to use this one, recuerdas. So do you remember yesterday? How would you say that? Recuerdas ayer? Because remember, we don't need a do, there's nothing complicado, it's just the same word. Recuerdas is you remember, and do you remember is recuerdas. That easy. So do you remember yesterday? Recuerdas ayer. Recuerdas ayer? Hablé de la música. Hablé de escuchar la música. Escuchar, to listen. What a lovely word. Cuchi, escucha. Hablé de escuchar la música. Hablé de una canción. And the song was called La Mentira, The Lie, by Danny Martin. Did you listen to it? ¿Escuchaste? En mi opinión, es una idea buena escuchar la música, la radio en español. So I'm going to show you how to do that today with your Play Store. I have Android phones, so mine's Play Store. I imagine it'll be the same with iPhone. Let's have a look. This is Los 40. This is for Los 40. Los 40 is pop music, música pop, en inglés y en español. So it's a nice mix. Y claro, and of course, los presentadores hablan español muy rápido. So go to Los 40, it's written LOS and then 40, Los 40, click install, and once it's installed, click open. So far so good. All of this here is their opening screen, and on the bottom of that screen there's the little word saltar. So if you don't want to read all la información, you want that word saltar, and saltar means to jump, saltar, and on the internet it means skip. So you want saltar, and that'll take you to this. Elige tu emisora. That means choose your station. Emisora is a station. So you've got una lista of the different countries. Me gusta is I like. Me gusta España. There's less publicidad. I listened to the Mexican one and there was mucha publicidad. So you choose. You might like the adverts or the publicity because, of course, repite. Yo prefiero la música. So I chose España because it's got less publicidad. And then when you get to España, you get a list. Los 40 classic, dance, urban. I chose the top one, which is, I think, the main one. And then continuar at the bottom, continuar. I opened it with Facebook and that made it really easy. Continue as Ruth. Click. And then you get to this. It says hola. And this is where we introduce vocabulario dos for today. And vocabulario dos is fecha de nacimiento. Fecha means date. So it's nothing to do with fetch. It's not playing stick with a dog. It's date. Maybe you can have a date with your dog to go play fetch. Fecha is date. Fecha de nacimiento. Nacimiento is birth. All right. So fecha de nacimiento, you put that in. And once you put it in, confirma datos. Click. There's this, comes up next. It says política de privacidad. That's your privacy policy. There's a cross in the top. You can just click that. You don't need to read it. And then you're into that and you can click play and escucha la radio. I want to show you one more. The next one is called RTVE. It's like this, RTVE. And it stands for Radio Televisión de España. It's un poco más complicado, but I think it's worth it because it's really nice. So type it in RTVE. It stands for Radio Televisión España. Install it and then open it. I'm telling you, it's más complicado. You've got modo televisión, but you scroll over to the next little tab and choose modo radio. And then on modo radio, you've got choices here. I choose menu self-service. So that means that I can choose what I want to come up as suggestions. And when I've chosen menu self-service, I can choose informativos, so that's going to be news and things, and música. Es una buena idea escuchar la música. Temporizador, that just means you can put it on a timer to turn off. So, por ejemplo, you can turn it off after 5 minutes or whatever, half an hour. Notificaciones, do you want them to push notifications at you? I don't, so I haven't clicked the buttons. I told you it was un poco más complicado, but it is worth it. And then once you've done that, you can come out of that and go to this screen. So to come out of it, there's a little cross in the corner there when you're configuring it. Click that cross and it'll take you to the home screen. And because I've chosen informativos and música, that's what I've got there when I scroll it. I've got la música. And I chose Islas de Robinson, which is really nice. And I got something like this, which I'll show you now because it's really nice. That was what came up.
Radio 3 en rtv.es/a la carta.
Radio 3, Islas de Robinson. Un programa impagable.
tal, Robinsones? Bienvenidas, bienvenidos. Aquí nos encontramos una semana más al pie de la orilla, un buen puñado de canciones surgidas de la cocotera. Esta noche.
So lovely. You can listen to a lovely range of canciones there. I hope that you like something with la música, that you managed to find something with la música. Get in touch if you have any problemas and I'll try and talk you through it, help you with it. Come back mañana when we're going to have a nice little clase de español, learning some practical Spanish, talking about dietary requirements. Maybe your husband doesn't eat meat, or maybe your wife is allergic to wheat. So come back mañana and we'll talk about what you're going to eat. Hasta mañana. Adios.